Turn me up, I got finishing moves, look.
This great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. To head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56. It's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And incomplete to open things up.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run. Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Second down and goal. Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears have struck first in this NFC title game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Off play action, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 41, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Montgomery. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Check 26, check 26. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Bears 14, Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drive.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Again, he finds more. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway of the NFC Championship game. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Faking the give, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Darnold gets this to McCaffrey, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Squeeze. Bring it. Check. Crunch.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Darnold from the red zone now. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. There he goes, right side. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Thomas. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault.
You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Throwing after the interception. Fields complete to Mooney on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down. I got 11. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
24 is the mic. Let's go. It's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 24 is the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
From the gun, here's Fields. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch the safety creep. Watch the edge.
Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Push him back. 35's the mic. Hey, tight.
Now Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Off of play action, Darnold. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, watch the left.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he comes back with one complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, and now the rush coming, and he's taken down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.